Hello car lovers driving the 2024 Mazda CX-90. This is the 6-cylinder turbo, the signature model, mild hybrid, little teeny hybrid. And what to say about this vehicle? First, an overview.
The 2024 Mazda CX-90 is available in two drivetrains. A 3.3 liter inline 6 turbo engine with mild hybrid produces 340 horsepower and 369 pounds of torque total. The electric motor is placed between the engine and transmission to allow smoother off-the-line acceleration. Fuel economy is 10.3 liters in the city and 8.5 liters on the highway. The hybrid battery is tiny at 0.33 kilowatt hours, and the electric motor produces 17 horsepower and 113 pounds of torque. The other drivetrain is a plug-in hybrid, 2.5 liters, 4 cylinders, combined with an electric motor for a total system output of 323 horsepower, 369 pounds of torque. The battery is a 17.5 kilowatt hour and has a range of 42 kilometers. The electric motor by itself produces 173 horsepower and 199 pounds of torque. Fuel economy is 9.4 liters combined. This CX-90 replaces CX-9. It's so much bigger and even more luxurious on the inside. I-Active safety is standard on all models. New 8-speed automatics are standard on all models also. The inline 6 comes in multiple trims with prices starting at $48,607 for the base GS and topping out at $66,367 for the signature all-equipped, which is the one we tested. The PHEV or plug-in hybrid is available in GS, GSL, and GT trims. GS is $57,607, GSL $62,657, GT $67,057, which is, by the way, the model we tested. During the video, the burgundy exterior and white interior is the inline 6. The PHEV is red on the outside and black on the inside. My first choice is the hybrid inline 6 signature. It is better than anything I've tried under $100,000.
What's the big picture about this vehicle? Well, what it really is it's the best in class, a very highly competitive segment. But it's not just the best in class, it's the best by so far. I could not conceive shopping for anything else in the category. I mean, it's just so far ahead, it's not even funny. In fact, it goes and it's better, I think, than MDX, which costs $10,000-$15,000 more. It's better than Lexus RX 350, which is much more expensive. It's better than the Infinity product. And I think you'd have to spend $100,000, $120,000 in the Germans to do better, and it would be mildly better at that. I mean, it's well insulated. You have this avatar-like heads-up display, wonderful head unit here for the infotainment, beautiful digital dash. The use of materials here, the material science used on this interior is nuts. You can always tell good design by looking at the door. And this door would be at home on a $150,000 Mercedes. In fact, maybe on a Rolls Royce. It's nuts. It's truly beautiful. It feels quality. The use of this wood, this kind of chromey-like material, matte blacks everywhere, no shiny blacks, no piano blacks, none of this crap. Mazda staying super sober, easy to clean, toggle switches for the temperature, super high level touch. The controls that you need are big buttons. My God, I've owned a Tesla now for over a month, and the ergonomics suck so bad. When I come into a vehicle like this where the ergonomics is so simple, at a glance, you can just get in and drive it. So really good stuff, up-to-date driving aids, really nice. It's just so good, right? It's near the head of the pack for the exterior styling, and for the interior and the drivetrain. Actually, the interior, it's so far ahead, in the drivetrain, it's along with the best, right? This is a very smooth engine. This new 8-speed transmission, very good. Doesn't draw attention to itself. This is incredible. The problem before with the CX-90 was all those things, except it was on the outside, it was a midsize, and on the inside, it felt like a compact. You felt you were getting shafted in terms of just the pure size. And this is no longer the case. This is very good. So from a size point of view, it feels like a midsize. It's not the biggest one, but it doesn't feel like the smallest one anymore. I have plenty of room here, maybe for the legs just a little bit tight, but I mean, it's certainly not distracting. Ross makes the remark, suspension a little bit harder than the competition. I think if you're over 70, it might be a problem, but if you're under 70, it's fine. It just feels more quality, right? It just feels less sloppy, perhaps. It's something you're going to get used to. I've been driving in the city now for quite some time now. very quiet on the highway, very sure of itself in the city, good visibility. My gosh, this vehicle is so far ahead. I mean, this is, if I'm in the market for this kind of vehicle, even if I'm in the market for this kind of vehicle and I have a $90,000 budget, I take this vehicle and I don't look back. And that's how good it is, and that's how awesome and far ahead of the competition it is. I mean, it has no flaws, no major flaws, and it has super high qualities that a lot of its competitors don't even have. So I'm just thinking about that Acura MDX, which has piano black everywhere, and this interior just smokes it. It just destroys it. Bose sound system. My God. So I can't, I'm just blown away. I'm not biased. I don't own a Mazda. I can't remember if I've ever owned a Mazda. I'm just blown away by the quality. And those are my thoughts on the very good Mazda CX-90. You do benefit from a hybrid power plant when the battery is dead. So that's nice. Level 2 charging is quick enough. This is quite an interesting vehicle. Now, the average for these vehicles in the city driving is 15 to 20 liters per 100 kilometers easily. All right? When you're in electric mode, it is 0. All right? So it's something to think about. Even if you live outside the city and your routine is more than 40 kilometers round trip, when you're on the highway, you can run on gas only, and then when you get into the city, you go full EV, and a tank of gas is gonna last you so long. That's the powertrain, an 8-speed automatic. This is brand new. Everything's brand new here, so this is something there. On the outside, this thing looks like a monster. On the inside, it is very average in terms of space management. It's way bigger than the CX-9 was. Than what the CX-9 was. However, versus its competitors, its more utilitarian competitors, it's a lot less. There's a really short turning radius. Just right now, I just saw that, and it's incredible how easy it is to maneuver in the city, especially versus some of its competitors. So you have the average space on the interior. You do get the third row if you have a really pain in the ass mother-in-law or kids that won't behave. You just stick them all in that row and you forget them, right? They'll just be squeezed and that's it. What you really want is to put that row down and get the full space of a 2-row mid-size SUV, and that's really where I think this is strong. In front, it isn't as roomy as, let's say, that Honda Pilot we did not long ago. However, I must say it's very acceptable. Where this vehicle is so much better than that Pilot, and quite frankly all its rivals, is this interior. This interior is so classy, it's not even funny. It doesn't have heads-up display. The big moonroof only opens up very partially. The leather is not the best quality in the world. It's average quality. It's good average, but it's not a Napa leather, nothing special. However, this interior is so luxurious and well put together that I would even venture out and say, if you're in the market for the BMW equivalent, that's well over $100,000, or the Audi or the Mercedes equivalent, this vehicle looks no less better, in fact better than those vehicles. That's number one. Number two, it's more reliable. Number three, it is true on the inside it will be better. That's where the money is for those vehicles, no question. However, if you're in, I would say, the $3 million net worth category or more, and you want to get around in reasonable luxury, but you know, making the flashy statement, displaying your wealth is not your thing, my goodness, this Mazda CX-90 is for you. I mean, it's unbelievable how just thoughtful. There's a feeling of personal luxury here. The toggle switches for the climate control, the buttons here. This screen is not the biggest, but it's very clear, very bright, nice resolution. The digital dash is very nice. This design language is high level. There's no piano blacks here, and I'm surprised at how many Acura, Infiniti, or those mid-luxury brands have piano black. Here it's all nice, matte. You can tell maybe a bit of hard plastics here, but nevertheless, it's just so well put together, so thoughtful, very comfortable, the seats. I mean, you're gonna save half price. buying this vehicle, and you're going to be 90 to 95% just as happy. You're going to see the dealer less. It's great for the personal finances. I know we have this image of wealthy people who like to just buy and lease and chuck away after 3 years. Nothing could be further from the truth. Most wealthy people buy their cars and keep them for the long haul because it's a depreciating asset. I mean, this is it. I mean, if I were in the market for this type of vehicle, it's my first choice. And in spite of the flaws I described it, because it's just so good. Closing the door, you feel the quality. I mean, and you know, when you think about it, these vehicles deliver what people want, right? You do feel hyper safe with them. I don't care how many stars the Honda Civic has. If I get into an accident with a Honda Civic with this vehicle, I mean, I'm feeling pretty bullish about my chances. And I'm not so sure about the Honda Civic. I mean, that's why people buy these big vehicles. You're sitting high up. You have a commanding view of the road. CX-90 delivers all this on par with its rivals. And plus you get that Mazda good taste. I mean, it's the Mazda fashion show in here. It really is. Nobody does it. I mean, they're getting better and better. They're so good. And combined with a reasonable comfort, combined with a stellar exterior appearance, combined with a reasonable space here, I think it's a number one, especially if you don't have a very highly charged utilitarian schedule. I mean, this is number one. I mean, I don't see why I would buy the BMW product or the Audi product, even if I had the money. I mean, this is just so good. And it says a lot, right? It shows that Mazda's fighting for your money. And that is the review. By the way, if you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. And if you really like it, well then of course, you should subscribe. And that is it.